Welcome to Corran. We've just made it over the Rattigan Pass. We've been driving for about 7 hours due to road conditions, but we're finally here. Looking over to the rough bounds, over to Ladhar, Bheinn. We're about to start our expedition. Here with Charles. We've got all the gear. Car packed to the rim. All the kayaking gear, because we're gonna get set up in the kayak and then we're gonna head across Loch Hourn, Hell's Loch, and paddle over to Barrisdale and Bheinn, where we're gonna pitch the tent tonight and start a 2 or 3 day adventure into the rough bounds of Knoydart. Right, trips, that's it all loaded up. Look at this, absolutely kitted out. We're gonna head for a short 2-mile paddle over to Barrisdale Bay. You know, some dragging us out. Moment. We'll be fine. This is us now facing into Barrisdale. I don't know if the camera will pick it out, but down there is Barrisdale Lodge, the shooting hut, and all bothy, and that is what we're aiming for because the campsite's right outside it. So we're going to head down towards these wee islands there and then jut across into the bay. Unfortunately, we're going to be leaving the sun because it's absolutely gorgeous all the way back out where we came. But yeah, we've been paddling for about half an hour now. It's probably about the same to go, all being well. It's us now in the shade. The moon's up above, sun's just went up above. That ridge over there, it's actually a corbett over there. I'll put the name up on screen right now. And that's the peak of Ladhar, Bheinn now, becoming more prominent. We're going over there to the right. I better put this in because we're getting side on by the waves. So down to your left there where the camera's pointing, and that's down to Loch Hourn. That's where a lot of other people start this expedition into Knoydart from. It's about an 11-kilometre walk in. We opted though for the paddle across. We've been going for just under an hour now, 51 minutes. Should be there in probably about 15-20 minutes, depending on how this wind treats us. Getting a bit choppier here, folks. Just at the last minute. We're just joking, we don't want to give up now and get blown all the way back to Arnisdale. We managed to fill the boat with half a Loch Hourn, Hell's Loch, half a Hell's in the boat. We have made it. Oh, that was one wet journey. I'm soaked. But that is us officially. As I was officially touched down on Barrisdale Bay. The sun is just setting in the background. But we're going to get the boat out and get our gear out and walk over to the campsite, but we're absolutely soaked. It's an extremely breezy wind. I don't know if you hear me, I'm just going to shield my camera from the wind, but we're just going to leave the boat here. We're going to take as much gear, head along the campsite and then dump it, come back and grab the boat, because the wind is cold. That's us just left the boat up at the beach. We're going to take our gear around now to the campsite, set up, and then come back and grab the boat and bring it back to the campsite with us. Or we might just leave it there on the beach. We'll decide. This is us just walking back out. We grabbed the last of our loot from the kayak. You got the band of Venus there in the distance. We're over that way, where that wee light is, over by the bothy. It's about a mile walk from the beach. And the wind at the campsite is absolutely mental. I've not been able to film much there because I've just been trying to get the tent up without it blowing away. Hopefully when we go back the wind will have dissipated a tad and we'll be able to get some food. And I'll show you when we're back. I've worked up an appetite today. I've just vacuum sealed these. Stick them in a bag, put them in my pot to boil, heat them up. They're not that hot, but I'm so hungry I don't really care. Folks, that's me in the tent now. I've done all my dishes. It's actually so chilly out there in the wind. But I've got the bag set up. I've got an absolute ton of room in here. All my gear here. All my hiking gear down there, so I'm going to get in some warmer clothes on the bottom, get some socks on and enjoy this pippin nut dark chocolate peanut butter. I need that because I feel like I'm absolutely going to crash, and then get into bed because we've got a big day tomorrow. We're going to climb Ladhar Bheinn, so yeah, really looking forward to that. Today was absolutely unreal. With the kayaking across and then just walking here itself, it's just such an adventure to get here, and there's so much more to come. So wish you all a good night's sleep and I will see you in the morning. Good night all. Slept okay last night. The wind was mental throughout the night, just kept weighing up from time to time. Other than that, it's not too bad. Time now is 6:30 in the morning. That's us just leaving the campsite now. It's just after 8 AM. We've managed to get ourselves a bit of breakfast. Packed up a wee bit. And we're now going to head up to Ladhar Bheinn. That's the plan for today. We're going to head up the middle ridge. The weather's looking gorgeous, as you can see in the background. Just looking over to Bheinn over at Barrisdale where we launched from. We just turned this bend here, got our first view of the full summit of Ladhar Bheinn up there. So we go up there and then the summit's just behind there. We've also got a view down over Bheinn. We're just in this wee pass here, we're about to jut up onto the ridge and then just follow our way all the way up to the top. Looking into the quarry, up to the Jurassic looking cliffs. So we're going to head down this way into the shade and then skirt up the right hand side and then come back down the left hand side. the path's going to loop down this glen into the quarry, which is the main basin down there, and then we're going to jut up the right hand side. But look at these views all the way out over to where we kayak from Barrisdale and Corrin over there. And later on we'll hopefully get amazing views over to the Hebridean Isles and Skye and the Killing Ridge, because the visibility is just impeccable this week. So yeah, but for the most part this terrain's been pretty brutal. Because of how remote we are, there's no real paths, so there's just little stalkers routes going round about which we're trying to follow. And as I say, we'll stick to the low ground and then begin the hard pull up. We just found ourselves first of probably many ticks. That's what you gotta watch out. Charles is crawling in them. There's two on him now. There's another one right there. Holy shit. Let's just stop to this rock here. Big bite to eat. We're still in the quarry. We're just kind of bushwhacking it up this side bit until we get onto the ridge. So not too much longer, hopefully, until we're on a decent trail and out of this shrubby stuff. Hiking up here and find a bone of some sort. I'd imagine it would be a deer bone, seeing as there's so many deer roaming about here. We've seen a couple of sheep earlier, but it seems awfully big for a sheep bone. I mean, it could be. I'm no expert. Charles, what's your opinion on this bone here?
Is it pink at the bottom of it?
Yeah. Freshly gnawed by maybe a Knoydart wolf.
Tick.
A tick. Just coming up this steep grass ridge here. It's a view down all the way to the end of Ladhar. We're just directly across from Barrisdale. Just scrambling way up here. Hopefully onto the open ridge. Some respite from the sun behind this rock because it's intense walking up. I'm going to be in it for the remainder of the afternoon as well, so last bit of water and food in the shade, and we're going to hopefully just make a push for this ridge. This is us just heading up to the first fall summit, Ladhar, similar to the one in the Black Mounts, closer to home. We've got our first view over to the Isle of Skye and the Killings over there. Just opened up. It's a crag down there. Oh, all the way over to Skye out the other end of Ladhar. Unbelievable. I've came some distances back down to Barrisdale. Over into the rest of Knoydart. And then the ridge that we'll be taking back down, possibly, when we decide. The scale is unreal. If we go that way, it's going to take us a long time. We're going to have to go down, up, along, and then that bit's a vertical drop. But yeah. That's over there. There's a couple of people on the summit of Bheinn, which is the middle peak. The trig point's on the peak at the end. So we're just going up, down, back up again. Twin prop plane flying by. This is us at the first peak of Bheinn. The true summit's where those people are along the ridge, and the cairn's the final point, so we'll make our way along to the true summit and then away to the cairn where we'll chill. The views are unreal. Up the ridge that we came up, Ladhar, back down to Barrisdale. Let's touch the highest point in Knoydart. Actually so gassed. There's the summit of Bheinn. So close. Come on. Here's the path we're about to take down. It's pretty steep, and then it flattens out for a bit over this peak, and then drops down. And then we climb a bit and along the cliff edge, and then it drops right down to that ridge. And then behind there, we fall down back into Barrisdale, which is lovely looking down there in the turquoise waters. Absolutely stunning. Over there, the big mountain in the background with a little bit of snow in it, that's Bheinn Nevis over there. See all the way down to Glencoe as well, the Ballowhoolish Hills which we were on earlier in the week. Down there you got Bheinn More on Mull. Amazing. Some really steep bits here. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but this is pretty much vertical, which we're having to drop down. That's back down into the glen where we were earlier, and we skirted up the left hand side. I think we've picked the long way home this time. We've still got all the way up there, along to those peaks, and then drop down that ridge there. Woo! It's a pretty steep bit. There's a tad of care. I have never been so happy to see a path in my life. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, here, let me get you up. That was disgusting. We had to do bushwhack. I kid you not, for the last hour. And I'm just praying I don't get ticks. They'll be on me somewhere, and that'll probably be the place I don't find them. But oh, that was absolutely brutal. But now we're on this path, and this path is going to take us down. It will open up into a track all the way down to that white house there in the centre of your screen. And then that's where we're camped, just past it, at the cluster of buildings, if the camera picks it out. Oh, gub. Is bang on as I stop my watch here. 8 hour day, 17.36 kilometres. So, big day, mate.
That's a bit fucking hot.
A big day. Oh, that feels so good. After 17.5 kilometres, getting your feet in the cold river. Oh, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. I've also got myself a can of San Pellegrino. Gonna stick that in the water for a bit, let it cool off. And oh yeah, just chill here for a bit. That was an absolute monster day, guys. Oh, that was refreshing. I've just been dunking my head in and cleaning myself off from all the sun cream and just chilling out. It's been so nice. Where's my I can say I will be bringing that in every summer camp from here on out. That was absolutely amazing. Well, we're absolutely famished because we never took any lunch up with us, so I've been surviving on jelly beans and a couple of cereal bars here and there. So before I crash, I'm gonna go back and dry off and get myself some lunch or dinner on, since it's 5 o'clock now. Along to check on the kayak, make sure it's still there. Nothing's happened to it. Highly doubt anything will have happened to it. Look at that, we were up there earlier. And that was the subsidiary peak. That one there was the peak where we were coming down, and that one there is Stubba. The mountain itself is absolutely gigantic, because you can't even see the main peak. You can only see it from the water. But yeah, absolutely crazy. It was amazing. Such a good day. But I'm tired now. I am tired. Kayak still here in one piece. Seems all good. Let's go and have a peek over at the beach. Barrisdale Bay in full light today. Time now is 5:20. Absolutely stunning. And there we go. Looking back up to where we were this morning. All the way around to the other peak where we ended up coming down. And that was a tough gig coming down, I tell you that much. It's about a mile till the bothy, maybe just under 0.75. You walk along the road round here to the bothy over there. It's so peaceful here. Even though it's the last wilderness, in there it is bouncing. I've just had 2 cars pass me. I didn't even know cars could get in this part of it. This is what adventure's all about. I've just found myself here a clam. I've just cracked it open and look. It's rare that you find that. Usually the seagulls get them, but I've not seen any seagulls round about here either. They've just become so domesticated, they're going to places like Ladhar and whatnot. But yeah, you could eat that up. There's tons of them here, look. You know they're alive when they're attached to seaweed like this and they're coming out the back. So that's an alive clam there. What about this one? No, this one's gone. But yeah, I've been finding a lot of them in the seaweed. There's another one. Full clam. It just shows how remote you are. Nobody gets here. The clams have a chance to survive even out of the water on the beach. Something with big claws though. Wow, that's massive. About the size of my middle finger each way. If anyone knows what that would be, please let me know, because that is big. Look at that. Morning all, that's us just now leaving camp. It's just before 8 AM. There was deer running around camp all morning. It was pretty cool. Not every day of the week that you get to see a stag swap clothes. But we're a bit ahead along the trail, which we came down yesterday after coming off Bheinn. We're going to head up to Mam's Barrisdale, to Bheinn, and we're going to head up that mountain there, Luinne. The weather, as per, looking absolutely cracking, so we're going to get up there, see how we feel. Charles's feet are still wrecked, so we'll probably just take it easy up there, chill for a bit, and then head back down for high tide at Barrisdale Bay, which is going to be about 20 to 5, and then we'll paddle back to where we launched from at Arnisdale in Corrie. So yeah, that is the plan for today. Really looking forward to it. Just gonna saunter along this path and enjoy the views, hopefully over to Bheinn from a different angle. this might be a good point to update you. Charles has left me. We made it to the bit where we came off of Ladhar Bheinn yesterday, and he's gubbed. His foot's in agony and he says he has got no energy. I'm okay, I feel fine at the minute. I'm just up, just below the Bheinn, and there's some deer watching me. There's a stag there and a couple of does over there. And there's actually tons on the hill. Good job I've got my gaiters on again. But I'm going to head up here and get hopefully to the top of Luinne Bheinn. This is me at Mam's Barrisdale. Down, over behind me, down to where the lock-in is. That's down to Inverie. So this is the way that you would connect Barrisdale to Inverie. You'd walk through this glen and up here to the Bheinn. But my route takes me up to my left, up to Luinne Bheinn. So there's a wee trail there I'm going to pick up, and then we get up onto the ridge. So it looks like it won't take too much longer, maybe about an hour and a half from here, and we'll see what it's like once we get up. I've got this big cairn here, which I think is the true summit. There's another peaky point just further along, so I'm going to go and touch that as well, just to be sure. But look at the views. Unbelievable. All the way out and down. Tinvery, Malay, Egg, Rum. It's a bit hazy, but you can still see sky. Now over there, that's where we were yesterday. Massive Ladhar Bheinn. Over Loch Hourn. Been Skirriel down to Barrisdale, where we'll be paddling out later on today. Unbelievable. All the way over to the Shield Hills, you can see the 4-can ridge there, up to the saddle. Too many hills. This is the type of day where you make a fool of yourself trying to name the hills in the distance. You always mess up. Looking down towards past Inverie. Just gonna stop here, grab another bit of water, another cereal bar, and then continue back down into Barrisdale. Time now is just after 11:30, so made absolutely cracking time this morning. Got tons of time, should hopefully be down there for just after 12. Which gives us a couple hours to get some food, pack up and start paddling. That's me now, with Luinne Bheinn in the background, heading back. I'm just outside Barrisdale campsite now. Take me 2 hours to get down, No. That can't be right. An hour to get down. I was about to say, I sat at the top for an hour. So that's about 4 hours in total. It's taking me, I'll stop my watch now. It's on 1% as well. Oh, terrific way to end the trip. The trip's not over, granted. Still got an adventure in itself, kayaking back out, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. But right now, I think I'm going to put the camera away. I'm going to just go back, tidy most of my gear up, get some food, and yeah, I'll bring you back once we're probably ready to leave to the beach. In the middle of sorting through all the gear, getting this tent put away. So let's get the kayak up, and we're just lugging all the gear down now. Welcome to Barrisdale in the glorious sunshine. Back up to this morning's Luinne Bheinn. Goodbye, Barrisdale. We will be back for sure. That's insane.
That's the first peak, isn't it?
Yeah. Stubborn and then the ridge down to the left where we came down. It's mad. That's the full way we went up. This has been paddling for 53 minutes now. We've only done 3 kilometres. It's, the wind swirled. On the forecast says it's an easterly. It's definitely not an easterly, it's a southwesterly at best, if not a direct westerly. We stopped at a beach, but we didn't stay for any more than 10 seconds because we think the wind's coming in from the west, and then the tide's about to change in half an hour. So then we'll get serious wind against tide, and that's something we do not want because we're already really low to the water. I thought the return trip would be a lot lighter, but it doesn't seem that way at all. Anyway, we're getting cracking views out there to Skye, to the Kiln, away in the distance. Can't beat it. Guess what's happened? I'm videoing. We're paddling to Skye. We've paddled right past the beach that we're going to stop at. We're having so much fun out here, aren't we? Welcome back, troops. Right folks, that's us back now at the beach where we originally left off. I'm trying to hide you from the wind. So the breeze has picked up. We've managed to get back in before the tide turned, and we were going to get wind against tide, which was lucky for us. But that was an absolutely terrific trip. That was the best trip we have ever been on. It was absolutely insane. Thoroughly enjoyed everything about it. It was amazing. We also hope that you enjoyed it too, and we can't wait to do more trips like that one. And what a place to end up. Look at this, the views out all the way to Skye. Yeah, I've got no more words because the views do it all justice. So we're going to get packed up now, letting the boat air a bit, and then we're going to fire it in the car and send it back down the road, unfortunately. But we'll be back soon. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And here's to more trips. Have your climbs to Bheinn, folks. See you later.